I'll let you know that this isn't just some random thrifting. This is intentional Luxe style building, and it starts right here. Here's the formula that I use every time that I swear by that will make you look expensive every time, even if you're shopping at Goodwill. And today I'm taking you with me so you can see how it works in real time. This is part 3 of the Luxe Style Series, and today I want to talk a little bit about a formula so that you can always have outfits ready to go that looks expensive, especially if you're thrifting and you want to know what to pick up. I know for a lot of us, when we walk into the thrift store, it can seem super overwhelming, and we don't know what we're looking for to really make our closet and our looks look elevated and polished. So today, that's what we're going to do. To make this easier for you, I have an acronym that I use for my formula, and that is FLAIR. And so I'm going to show you exactly how you can use this to make it so much easier when shopping and thrifting, to make sure that the pieces you're pulling are actually going to ensure that you are looking amazing, elevated, luxe, polished, but never going over the budget. So the F in FLAIR stands for fabric, because luxe always starts with texture. So we're looking for linen, cotton, silk, those natural fibers that tends to have our clothes looking so much more luxe. We're going to stay away from cheap feeling blend. L stands for lines or silhouettes. You want to look for clean, structured lines in the clothing, because that's going to give that luxe vibe. If you want to do boxy or oversized, yes, but just make it intentional. A is for accent, because luxe is in the detail. Listen, if it looks expensive, it probably is. The I in FLAIR stands for intentional color, my favorite. You want to think rich jewel tones, chic neutrals, classic combos. And if you still want to go with bold prints, make it intentional, because when it doesn't look intentional, it can look like fast fashion, which does not equal luxe. And last, R. The R stands for real condition. No rips, no pills, no stains, because looking luxe means looking cared for. So now that you know my FLAIR formula, let me show you some pieces that I pulled that really brings this together and makes it more easy for you to understand how the FLAIR formula really works. Okay, check out this beautiful sweater with the little balloon sleeve. And I pulled this because a couple of things in the FLAIR formula jumps out at me. And we're talking about the fabric. This is a wool piece, and it's actually by the brand Madewell, which is a really good brand. But the wool is definitely a beautiful texture. It's not going to drop and make you look cheap. And it's just a stunning piece that can go with a lot of pieces in your closet and will last you a long time. Also, look at some of the accents. There are little colors woven in between this piece that just pops out. It's not too much, but it's something that just gives the eye something to land on because of the tiny flecks of color in there. Okay, here's another piece that pulls the A from the FLAIR formula, the accents. And so when you're looking for things to look luxe and just even more elevated, remember we're looking for pieces that have some trims in there. And this one has a beautiful trim on the sleeves that's going to draw the eye down there. And it's 100% cotton as well, so it's a double whammy on texture and accent. But I was drawn immediately, and it was so easy to pull this because I'm looking for things that's going to draw my eye. And accents and pieces like that, trims and things of that nature, the details. Remember, luxe is in the details. Okay, so this dress is a beautiful piece, and let me show you how the FLAIR formula really works to be able to get me to say yes, luxe all the way. Look what it does have. It has the accent, the detail trimming all the way down the sleeve of the arm. Something that's just going to pop out and have people wondering, ooh, that's a gorgeous piece. It also has that structured line. And so if you could look at the silhouette here, it's a beautiful silhouette. Yes, it's boxy, but it's intentional, right? It is an intentional boxy piece. It also, the condition, when I'm shopping and thrifting for black pieces, I want to make sure it's in impeccable condition because it's black. So it doesn't want to be faded, no pilling. And this piece almost looks brand new, as though it wasn't worn. And then when you turn around, it may not have been worn because the tag is still on there. So this dress hits so many targets on the FLAIR formula that it's such an easy reason that I would say yes to this dress, because it is stunning and it looks luxe. Can we talk about intentional color? Look at this beautiful deep jewel tone that we're talking about. But when I drew my eyes to this, I didn't realize that it's going to be one of my formula finds, because when you come closer, look at the silhouette in here, the intentional lines, the draping, and then in the back, it's a gorgeous piece. And then to bring this all home, This is 100% silk. So this is absolutely something that will be stunning. You walk through and you don't have to do much with this. You put on a pair of heels and some accessories and you look rich, you look elevated, you look expensive, and that's what this dress is giving. Let me know in the comments if this flare formula is something that makes sense to you, whether you're looking at it and you're realizing, okay, maybe I've been doing some of that when I'm thrifting and didn't realize I was already hitting a formula, but this formula is going to guarantee that your pieces that you're bringing home and the pieces that you're wearing absolutely looks elevated all the time and that you feel and look luxe. Okay, so here's another one that's just stunning, and this is a just a skirt, an A-line skirt though. So we're looking at lines and silhouettes, and this is stunning. As I pull this, I pull, check the material. It's super soft, and of course, when I checked, 100% silk. Definitely hitting the fabric, and it just looks great. The other thing is that it's lined underneath, so when it falls, it definitely stays nice and pleated. I'm sorry, it definitely stays fallen, and it just looks beautiful. It looks rich, and this is definitely one that if you're looking for, skirts like this, using the flare method will absolutely get you to get in and get out, because you're going to be following this method to try to find things that fall in here. And it's in beautiful condition. Look at that real condition we're talking about. No stains, no rips, no seams that's pulling out, no stretched elastic. That's what you want to see for a luxe look. Another one that's showing off that intentional color, real condition, and beautiful fabric. Now this thing is heavy, so it's going to fall and move, that movement that you want with luxe fabric, that it's not stiff, that you don't feel like, oh my gosh, this thing was made with paper. It has a great weight to it. And look at the lines here. Look at all the details in this dress. This is what we talk about when we're talking luxe. You want visual interest and you want it in the right places. So these details in here, the stitching just makes this come alive. And with this gorgeous deep jewel tone, we're talking intentional color. I only use this method when I'm looking for these types of clothing, and all my things just look expensive because it worked. 100% cotton, and you know the difference between cotton and polyester. It feels different, and now when you wash it, it's not going to shrink up on you. You're not going to lose the structure of this. And so this is a nice one. This could be an oversized outerwear, unexpected outerwear, as we've talked in my last video, of things that most people don't have in their closet. But if they throw this on, it's such an easy way to throw on some jazz to an outfit, or I think it can even be used as a shirt dress. But I love the color. This deep jewel tone, once again, is looking different. It's looking extra. It's looking expensive. And so this is something that I was able to pull just as I'm browsing, quickly found it, because remember, we're looking for fabric and we're looking for intentional color. And when you see it, you pull it, and then you can do some more investigating whether it hits all your things on the flare method. The real condition is an amazing, it's impeccable. All I will have to do is throw this in the laundry and into the washer and dryer, and I will be ready to wear this in no time. So easy if you're just pulling things based on fabric, because it's such an easy way to go through and cut through all the mess of things that's already there. And this one is a beautiful silk skirt. This is stunning. It is in such great condition, but it is just super stunning. The colors are beautiful. Guys, this is the third part of the Luxe Style series, and we're talking about the flare formula that always works to get me finding things that look expensive, even when thrifting. If you haven't seen the other two parts of the series already, make sure to check out the link above so that you can catch up to what we're talking about, because we're talking the formula today, and doing the formula, how quick and easy I could come into a thrift store and find items that look luxe, look expensive, look amazing without spending a lot of money, but still walking away looking like I've spent a ton of money. This wool jacket is stunning. It's stunning, and it hits every letter of flare. So let's jump into it. F, it is 100% wool. Now that is an amazing material that really, it just says expensive. It says I've spent a lot on my closet. It says that I care. This is amazing. The lines, look at this. Love the pocket stitching in the front here. Look at the over the lap details. Beautiful piece. And then you turn over here and there's some more details here. Look at the edge stitching on that top here. This is really stunning piece. We are talking about accents, right? And so the buttons here, I love these buttons. And normally I'm not a big person on, the plastic buttons, but I love how big they are and chunky, and they bring out the warmth in this jacket, in this coat. Is really, really nice. I is that intentional color. And this navy blue with the slight stitching of all the white in cream is Girls, it is giving. It is giving everything. I absolutely love this. And then real condition. This thing is an impeccable condition. I mean, if I wasn't getting it from the thrift store, I could put it on right now. It is in really good condition. The buttons are all there. There's no pilling at all, as you can see. And that is a big thing. You want to make sure that the pieces that you're pulling look like they're cared for, because Luxe looks like it's cared for. Luxe looks like you've put intentionality into it. Luxe just looks like you're doing the most. And this jacket is doing the most. Now I pull this because everything seemed like it was going well. Like this would have been a piece that I would need, that I would absolutely love. The fabric is beautiful. The lines, the accents with the black and at the bottom and accent trimming at the hair. And then I get to R and the real condition, and I wanted to show you what I meant. Now, this probably could be salvage. Here's some accents that I was like, oh my God, that is beautiful. It could have been salvage, but I don't want to buy something that I have to try to salvage. And here's the pilling that we talk about. Now, sweaters like this always happen, and I have a fabric shaver. I'll put link in the comments in the description below so that you can see the one I use that can probably get this back to new condition. However, if you don't have one, these are the things that you're looking for. Okay, that pilling is a no-go. You see it's starting to pull a little bit, and so we don't want that in any of our clothes, because then we look worn, we look thrifted, we don't look luxe, we look the opposite. Beautiful piece. The F as in fabric, this is 100% linen, and so when you look at this, it is actually a really gorgeous piece. What struck out to me was this color that's juxtaposed against your neutral here. So you have this chic neutral and then this bold bright neon that's just like whoa, and it works. It will work for some people. Some people might be, oh, this is a little too much, but this works because on top of it is all these details, the eyelet details within, that really adds piece. And then look at the scallop edges here, really adds that extra oomph to this dress, making it stand out in a luxe way and not in a bad way at all. It's in beautiful condition. It's probably never been worn. So yes, this FLAIR method grabbed me this one, and such an easy one for the summer that I'm happy I saw this guy. All right, guys, so I hope that this video showed you something of how easy it is to find and thrift items that look expensive, even if you don't have to spend a lot. So the next time you hit the thrift store, go ahead and use this formula, because it's not about luck. It's literally about strategy. And I've showed you today just how easy it is to use the FLAIR formula and still find items that look expensive, even though you've been thrifting it. Now, let me know in the comments which of these pieces would you walk away with if you had found it at your local thrift store.